So you're here doing commentary, but also going to be stepping into the ring.
I'll be stepping into the ring. My main thing right now is when I talked to Tony about this, I didn't want to come in and him and I both agreed, like plop in right out of the gate, new gear, roll in, get in the middle of a title hunt. Because, you know, Kenny and Mox and everybody, they've all built this angle and got to this point where there's nothing worse than having some asshole jump in the middle of your angle in your program.
Yeah.
So my thing now is, and plus for me, to do the best services I think that I can for everybody is I'm gonna come in, do the commenting because it's a passion, also evaluate, watch the talent, get to know the talent, because in WWE, I was constantly absorbed in it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew what people were doing, I knew how they were doing, I knew what they were thinking. So it was an easy transition. This is brand new for me. I'm the new kid in school, so to speak. I'm the new kid that's flunked 8th grade like 45 times and still there, but I'm the new kid in school. So for me, this gives me a great opportunity to really study and learn the talent around me, and then find the right program to start with.
Are we going to get to the tag team of you and Marco Stunt?
Marco Stunt,
I mean, it's a dream, right?
I think so. I think me being a heel working Marco Stunt's also a dream too.
Oh my God.
You know, I'm sure. I would probably get a call from Child Social Services.
Someone will be knocking on your
Somebody will be like,
100%.
I saw what you did to that child. Big, you know, we're gonna hang you from a big tree. You big galoot.
So on the commentary side, I mean, that is a whole other thing to be delving into.
Right.
Have you been listening to certain things? Have you been talking to certain people? What's like going through your mind?
Well, going through my mind is trying to get, like I go back to my commentary people that are my favorites was like, to me, was Gordon Solie. And then when I look at professional wrestlers that did commentary, Gorilla Monsoon, Jesse the Body Ventura, even Bobby the Brain Heenan. I mean, Bobby the Brain Heenan, I mean, he was just, I'm not even in the same zip code as Bobby the Brain Heenan, because he was just so amazing, because all those guys found that way to tell a story about the talent in the ring and get the talent in the ring over.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And that's a fine line. That's the thing that I think that I'm gonna push myself towards is it's not a AEW dark elevation is not an opportunity for me to sit back on a microphone and talk about myself for an hour. Because, you know, quite frankly, that's an ass move. You know, you want to give your focus and attention to the guys in the ring that are getting over and help them, and that's something that I think I can add with experience, add some validity to the talent in the ring.
And that just comes back to the psychology that we're talking about earlier too.
Right.
Where like, yeah, because unless it's leading to an angle, you just putting yourself over, trying to get yourself
sucks.
It only goes so far without being like, all right, someone's got a fight show now.
Or like somebody unplug his microphone, for Christ's sake. I remember I was having fun with like Vince let me do a little bit of commentating here and there, but he knew in the back of my mind that's when Kevin Dunn knew, Michael Cole knew, Jerry Lawler, they all knew. Like that's what I wanted to do.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's been a huge passion of mine. Yeah, I would probably say the last, I don't know, 15 years.
Wow.
It's like when I envision my mind, where does my career end up? My career ends up with me doing color commentating full time, like Gorilla Monsoon or something like that.
Oh yeah.
You know, but because. So
was it you that pitched doing commentary to Tony then?
Yeah. Absolutely. I was one because when we were talking on the phone, like Tony was like, okay, well, what do you want to do? You know, I said, well, I want to do color commentating, and I also want to wrestle. Do you want to wrestle too? I said, absolutely.
That's so good hair, ready to go.
Oh yeah, I got 3.5 pounds of titanium, baby. I'm a 7-foot Wolverine. But yeah, and he was, you know, and I've known Tony for a while, and I think he was a little surprised because you know, I hit him up and I came up to Jacksonville after my WWE contract expired. I made sure everything was legal there, got all my ducks in a row. Yeah. And then I came up with him and I had a talk in the office when like no one was here. You know, I think it was like 10 o'clock at night, like when we were up here.
Clandestine meetings.
It was so clandestine. You know, the only thing he needed was a big briefcase of cash and we talked about it, and I talked about what my passions were for the industry. My passions about psychology, getting talent over, working with talent and the potential that the AEW has.